What's going on? Chicago Sports Hub, UFC 285. We got Bar in this bitch.
Let's go! We are back. Couldn't miss the return of, I hate him, but he's the fucking GOAT, John Jones. Fucking A. And moving on to, man, let's just get going. We'll talk about that a little later, because we got a lot to say about
We got a lot to talk about, man. This card for UFC 285, a lot of great fights this weekend.
Really good matchups.
Really, a lot. And, yeah, man, let's get straight into it, bro. Come on, man. Let's talk about Ian Gary. Ian Gary, 10-0, 25 years old. He's 3-0 in the UFC and shit. He's going against King and Song. He's 3-2 his past 5 fights. He's decent, but Ian Gary, bro, he's a top prospect right now in the UFC. From Ireland, but a lot of people are kind of comparing him to McGregor when he came up and shit. But I got Ian Gary to win by knockout or submission minus 250.
I love it. Like, looking at the notes here, we got Ian Gary 3-inch reach advantage, 3-0 in the UFC so far, and he's been dominating his opponents. He hasn't had no big name yet, and well, Song, not to take away anything from him, I don't think he's that big name yet. So I think Ian Gary, double chance, maybe, even a KO submission for that one.
Yeah, definitely. And there's no value in the fucking money line. Minus 850 Ian Gary is just ridiculous. So you got to go with a knockout submission. And come on, it's the week of the Irish. You know what I'm saying? So come on.
It's the week of the Irish.
So he got to go for the finish. But yeah, man, that's what we got. Ian Gary to win by knockout or submission, minus 250, double chance on FanDuel, or whatever sportsbook is out there you guys use. The next fight, though, this is really tough. Derek Brunson versus Duplessis, man. Derek Brunson, 23-8, 39 years old, 4-1 his past 5 fights. We've seen him fight a few times. He's a veteran in the UFC. He's more of a wrestler, though, don't you think?
Derek Brunson?
Yeah,
definitely. Derek Brunson's he's pretty technical with the grappling though too. Like, his striking has slowly improved with every fight. Don't you feel like that too?
For sure.
But he's not like a A1 level striker by any means. So
yeah.
He's a slight underdog, plus 190.
Mm-hmm.
Duplessis, he's also been fucking on fire. He's only been in trouble, I think, like once in the octagon in the UFC.
Yeah. He's
4-0, and nobody's really caught him except, he's kind of like Ian Gary, he's been dominant so far.
Yeah. Let's talk about Duplessis a little bit. He's 18-2, 29 years old, 4-0 in the UFC, like Bart was saying. He used to be a double former champ in another organization before the UFC. So that's pretty impressive, bro. Shit, like you were saying, he's like another top prospect like Ian Gary. I'm going to go with Duplessis here. Duplessis money line, minus 250. I just think if they're going to wrestle, I think Duplessis can handle that shit. Like, he'll wrestle with you. He's pretty good with it.
Yeah, and this is his first real test in the octagon.
Very true.
I want to say. So I'm really curious to see, in general, how he does against somebody like Brunson. Brunson has faced the top of the division,
For sure. He definitely fought one of the best guys in the middleweight division. It's just, man, if it ends up being a striking battle, I think Duplessis gets it. Because, don't get me wrong, like you said, Derek Brunson, his striking got a little better, but it's not all that. So
yeah, it's definitely not elite by any means. And we got to talk about the age difference here.
Facts.
It's 10-year gap, 39 to 29. 39 for Derek Brunson, and Duplessis is 29 years old. So
yeah, man,
it's everything's pointing in Duplessis' direction.
For sure. And yeah, man. Bro, it's just Derek Brunson. I don't know. Like you said, he's 39 years old. Duplessis 29 years old. Big fucking difference. 10-year gap difference. We need new blood in this fucking middleweight division too, though. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, give me Duplessis money line minus 250.
Yeah, I'm rocking with you there. We're agreeing on everything so far, man. The thing about Brunson, I really love Duplessis. That chin, I don't know if it could hold up against
Whose chin?
Derek Brunson's chin.
Facts.
Because of the age, like
yeah.
all those shots through the years, they take a toll. I know he's 4-1 his past 5, but Duplessis is kind of showing he might be the real deal. We'll find out Saturday.
For sure. Yeah, man, that's what we got. We got Duplessis money line minus 250. Parlay piece with that shit, whatever the hell you want to do. Let's talk about the next fight here. Bo Nickel versus Jamie Pickett. Bo Nickel, 3-0. 27 years old. He's a D1 wrestler. He came out of Penn State. Man, ever since he came to the UFC, he's been dominating shit. Jamie Pickett, on the other hand, 13-8, 34 years old. 1-4 in the past 5 fights, though. So,
I mean, minus 2,500 for Bo Nickel. That's all I'm gonna say. There's no value in this fight. I think the way I see this one playing out, man, I think it's gonna be one of those kind of boring. Bo Nickel just grapples him and has 10 minutes of ground control throughout the 15 minutes.
Really?
I think or if he catches him or submits him. So I would double chance to add to a parlay piece submission or
I feel that. I mean,
knockout.
I think the submission, check it on the FanDuel. I think the submission in general is just a big ass fucking favorite too, bro. So look.
Oh yeah, minus 170 for Bo Nickel by submission.
That's not bad.
And him by TKO is plus 230.
That's not bad. Okay.
So the odd makers do not see this going to points to the judges because plus 700 for Bo Nickel by decision. So I'm double chancing TKO submission here.
For sure. Honestly, I'm gonna go with Bo Nickel to win in submission round 1 or round 2. It's an option on FanDuel. It's like minus 150 right now.
Let me see right here.
But I can see that, bro. I mean, he's been ending his opponents pretty quick, dog. And
he's been dominant so far with the wrestling. Nobody has an answer for his wrestling. I hope he keeps it up so we get to see like a real matchup between him and one of the Dagestani wrestlers. Because that'd be like America, America D1 wrestler versus this Russian Dagestani hated guy. Well, not hated, but
for sure.
Kind of acting the villain versus the hero kind of fight.
No, hell yeah. And honestly though, don't get me wrong. Bo Nickel, he's pretty good on the hands too though. Like when he's standing up, he could throw the bitches with you. But obviously he's more of a wrestler. That's what he's more confident with. So yeah, man, I got Bo Nickel to win a submission. Round 1 or round 2, minus 150 on FanDuel. Bart has Bo Nickel, double chance, knockout, or submission Bo Nickel.
Yeah. And this submission round 1 is minus 105. So
damn.
Bo Nickel is the heavy favorite here.
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, that's what we got, Bo Nickel. Let's talk about the next fight here. We're only talking about fights that we're really confident with and, that we thought we could win some bread off this shit. So there's a lot of good fucking fights on this fucking card we're not talking about. But we're going to talk about the ones that we think we're going to win.
Let's go.
Bro. Let's talk about this next fight, man. Ooh-wee.
Sheesh.
Jeff Neal versus Shafkat. Jeff Neal, he's 15-4, 32 years old, 3-2 his past 5 fights. Shafkat, 28 years old, 16-0. All his fucking wins, Shafkat, are by finishes, submissions, knockout. It's pretty fucking impressive. I'm going to go with Shafkat here, bro. Double chance, TKO submission, minus 195. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight goes to decision, all 3 rounds, and just Shafkat is dominating, controlling the ground control, all this other shit. But yeah, man, I think Shafkat wins by finish, bro. 16-0, all your fucking wins are by finishes. It reminds me of Jerry Prochazka.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, he reminds me of somebody else, Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, if this is a welterweight fight, and if Khamzat is officially moved up to middleweight, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But man, I wish he didn't, because this is the fight I want to see. I know I'm getting into the future. I got Shafkat here. I I want to do something I don't want to be outrageous, but I do want to go for like a KO, TKO in round 1 or round 2.
Really?
I do. I know Jeff Neal is a warrior, and he takes. He's proven in that division. He's no bum. He's beat some big names, but Shavkat is different, and he's never really been in trouble, in my opinion, in the octagon. I've seen the fights I've seen. I think I've seen 3 of his fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's never been in trouble. He's just dominant. He's so dominant that I don't see this going to decision. I see Shavkat. I'm gonna go double chance TKO submission. Yeah, 2 in that one.
Hell yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like you said, Bart, Jeff Neal, he fought one of the best fighters in his division as well. Wonder Boy, Vicente Luque.
Yeah.
He has hands. He can fight. He's good at his takedown defense. You know what I'm saying? He's really good at that. But we know how these Russians are. This is not Alexander Volkanovski. Sorry. You feel me? Like, there's no one who can stop these Russians with the wrestling. So, yeah, man, we got Shavkat to win by finish, knockout, or submission.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Shavkat just because he goes so under the radar.
For sure.
And I feel like because he doesn't speak English, he doesn't really get as much of the credit he deserves. But 16-0, and none of those wins are by decision.
That's crazy.
8 TKO, 8 submissions. So I'm going with that double chance. They got to ride with it at -195, right?
Yeah. And I mean, hey, if you want to be safe, play the money line. There's no fucking value, but if you parlay, a few of our picks with Shavkat money line, I mean, it could turn into plus odds. So
yeah,
man, that's what we got though for that fight. Let's talk about the co-main event: Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso.
Mm-hmm.
Shevchenko, she's 34 years old, 23-3. Alexa Grasso, she's 29 years old, 15-3, 4-1 past 5 fights. Alex Grasso, man, I don't know. I thought she looked short as hell, but she's not. She's the same height as Shevchenko. She has the same reach as Shevchenko. So I'm like, man, I don't know. I got a weird feeling about this fight, dog. I want Valentina Shevchenko to win. I think she wins, but I just have this weird-ass feeling that Grasso pulls the upset. I don't know.
I don't know where you're getting that from, Sway. I don't know why. I don't know why it's come to your head because I'm looking at the names she's beat, and I don't see anyone here that
you're impressed with.
That I'm impressed with. If this was, I don't know. I don't think Alexa Grasso is ready yet for Valentina. -770 odds for Valentina right now. The only person who's really made Valentina be in trouble is last fight Santos and the Lioness, freaking
Mendes.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes. So I gotta roll with Valentina, and I'm gonna do another one, double chance TKO submission. I don't know. I love it for this fight though. I really do. I think Valentina is gonna prove herself, especially after her lackluster performance last time. She's gonna show that Amanda Nunes and Valentina fight has to happen in the future. We gotta keep pushing on towards that narrative. I feel like because that right now would be the biggest. Well, that would be the biggest women's fight of all time,
For sure.
Even though they fought before, they weren't on the levels they are now. So I just want to see that in the future. But I got Valentina all day here. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you why. I have a weird feeling. I did not know this till this week. Grasso, she trains with Brandon Moreno, champion, and she also trains with Gary Rodriguez, champion. So I'm like, what the fuck is it, bro? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. You're right though. Who the hell does? Who did Grasso really beat? Yeah. There's not really pressing name that she beat, but maybe she could pull an upset like Juliana Pena.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
the Mexican champs have kind of been on fire. The Mexican title contenders, they've been winning lately in the UFC. So I see why you're like,
yeah.
I'm still rocking with the bullet.
Shevchenko?
Yeah.
Ah, man. Look, there's no value in the money line for Valentina Shevchenko.
There's none.
I want to say she dominates Grasso, but man, Grasso's been looking good. Look who she's been training with. I'm gonna just attack the value, just because there's no value of that team here, just the one time. So I got Alexa Grasso money line. It's risky. I could be fucking wrong, but that's what I got, man.
I don't blame you, especially after Shevchenko arguably lost the last fight.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So maybe she's at the end of her prime. Maybe this is the beginning of the end, but I'm still rocking.
No, I feel you. So we gonna see, but that's what we got for the co-main event for that fight, championship fight. Let's talk about the next one.
Heavyweight championship of the world.
Heavyweight champion John Bone motherfucking Jones versus Cyril Gane. John Jones, 35 years old, 26-1. Cyril Gane, he's 32 years old, 11-1. Man, I mean, I've been waiting this shit for years, man. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this shit, bro. I love John Jones. But listen, it's been a few years that John Jones been out. You know what I'm saying? It's been like 2-3 years. I get it. It's been a while. But it's not easy. It's not like you're moving up to bantamweight to featherweight or lightweight to welterweight. Heavyweight is a big jump and a dangerous ass fucking division.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him. Taking a few years off to get ready for that division, cause man. But listen, bro. Cyril Gane, he looks good. He is good. He beat one of the fucking best in his heavyweight division. You name it. Derek Lewis, all these other fucking names out there.
Everybody except Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, everybody except Ngannou.
Right. And John Jones, he's been in the UFC for years. Cyril Gane, he just got in the UFC, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
So far?
He barely made a name for himself, I feel like, when he fought Rosenstrike. And that was like a year and a half ago,
Yeah,
so, he's very much still not a prospect, because he's faced Francis Ngannou, but a newcomer. So
For sure.
Like,
For sure. I mean, man, bro, the way I look at it, John Jones, he's been in this bitch for years. He's been training with one of the best for this camp with Triple C, Henry Cejudo, if you don't know who that is. He looks fucking strong. I was watching his workouts, him lifting weights and shit, bench pressing. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. 450? You're lifting 450 bench pressing, bro?
That's
nuts.
DK Metcalf. Aaron Donald, freaking
It's
shit.
nuts, bro. And I got John Jones, man. He's going to make history this Saturday. Become one of the best fucking fighters in the world. It's not going to be easy because Cyril Gane is pretty good too. I'm confident John Jones, man. If it was Francis versus John Jones, I would have been like, oh, no. But Cyril Gane, I feel like John Jones, he's seen the quickness before in light heavyweight. He's seen this kind of style before. If John Jones is going that bitch with a game plan, wrestle your ass off, go back to the last fight where Cyril Gane fought Francis, take some of that blueprint and use your better wrestling that you have compared to fucking Ngannou and get the win. He has to use his skills, bro. He can't try going there for a knockout or do some crazy shit. Just do what you got to do to get the fucking win. I think he will.
John Jones he's considered the GOAT for a reason. I think he's technically the most sound fighter in the lightweight, heavyweight division, period. Maybe in all divisions, other than Volk, because Volk is also,
for sure,
pound for pound, right now. But John Jones, with his kicks, with his striking, and then the grappling comes in, and it's all top tier. Gane, all he has really going for him is his athleticism. He's really athletic for a big guy, so he may be able to dodge some of John Jones' more powerful shots.
For sure.
I just don't know. Gane said he wasn't training. What was that about?
I think that's kind of...
I think maybe that came out of his camp to, make John Jones
right.
train a little bit less hard and not get more. But I can't pick a winner. I gotta go with Jones because I just have to because I was never confident in Ngannou. If this was Ngannou and John Jones, I'm going with Ngannou because he's just a different beast, different animal, and I don't see that same fire, that same story from Ngannou. You know, like Francis Ngannou came up from the slums of like Nigeria or whatever freaking country. This isn't that fight. We all wanted that fight. We have John Jones for the serial gone, and honestly, John Jones minus 172. So you're not gonna catch that ever again. I feel like so.
Man, yeah, I agree with you, bro. It's true.
And John Jones, he has even though Ghana is so big, he's got the reach advantage.
Yeah.
So
that's what's crazy too.
And we just have to see his athleticism moving on because he did put on a lot of weight. He is buffed out now. So
for sure.
I'm curious to see my lock for this fight. I really think it's gonna go the distance. I see 5 rounds.
I like that. I wonder what's the odds on that. Check
over 4.5 rounds minus 158.
It's not bad, bro. I like that.
So that's what I like for this fight. You can't go against John Jones. If you really love Gon, then do it because there is a chance. But
yeah, it just looks like John Jones wants it more.
That's it. That's exactly it. It just looks like he's coming back.
Yeah.
He said he wants to be the best fighter ever in the UFC. He doesn't care about that number 1 pound for pound ranking right now. It looks like he's more hungry, and that's why I'm going with him.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been watching his workouts. Every time he's done the workout, just do one more. Damn, okay, he wants it, bro. He's watching Cyril Gane's past fights, how he's been fighting. The fucking Cyril Gane's over here playing FIFA and shit.
Yeah,
the hell you doing?
Like you're about to fight. Literally, I hate him. Best. One of the best ever to do it in this sport. It's gonna be I just hope it's a banger. I just hope that
this whole card. I hope it is.
I hope all these fights are fucking top tier. Like when we had, I can't remember the card, but there was one card like in the past couple months that was just every fight was just so fucking crazy, and I have a good feeling about this one too.
Me too. Hell yeah, man. But that's what we got for the main event. We're gonna run it back real quick for all the picks that we have. Ian Gary versus Ken Song. We have Ian Gary to win by knockout or submission, minus 250. The next fight, we have Duplessis, moneyline, minus 250. The next fight after that, we have Bo Nickel versus Jimmy Pickett. I have Bo Nickel to win by submission, round 1, round 2.
I'll take double chance KO submission.
Okay, so you got double chance KO submission, Bo Nickel. Like that's pretty good too. Then we got Jeff Neal versus Shaft Cat. We got Shaft Cat to win by TKO or submission. Or if you want, take the money line. We see him winning.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
After that, we got co-main, Valentina versus Grasso. I'm going with Grasso plus 480 money line. Bar's going with Valentina here.
I can't go against her, man. I can't go against Valentina. Fucking A. You surprised me with that one. But I can see it, man, because the Mexican heritage is alive in the UFC right now.
Yeah, it is. And then, we both got John Jones for the main event.
Yeah.
That's what we got, man.
And I love the over 4.5 at minus 160 odds right now, too.
I do, too. Minus 4.5 over rounds for John Jones for Cyril Gane. That's what we got. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate always tuning in, liking, subscribing, sharing, all that other shit. Let's keep on killing it. Let's get it, y'all. Let's have a great weekend. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.